What's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? How you guys doing today? This is the morning sports report with Coach and Conn, man. So we back for another episode, man. The last week I was out. I was laid out cold. I was not feeling so well, but I'm feeling way much better. Got the voice back. Conn, man, how you doing this morning?
You know something, Coach? I'm pumped up. I love doing the show with you. Let's get busy. Let's do the damn thing.
Let's do it, man. Come on, man. Basketball is back, man. Basketball
Yes,
that preseason
absolutely.
is back, man. It feel good to watch some basketball again. It feel good, man, to watch go out there. My man Jarris Walker do his thing for the Indiana Pacers last night. It felt good to go out there and watch and just don't, watch that, man. Even though I've had football playing, man. I was watching some of that preseason. When I say Jarris Walker looked damn good for the Indiana Pacers, and those guys out there looking good, man, and those rookies out there playing basketball. It just feels good to watch the game of basketball again this month. And we already know the regular season started this month. If y'all don't know, it starts this month. So have your basketball gear ready, caps on, because me, Cool, Conn, and my boy Mike, we coming for y'all. We got some coming
Oh yeah.
basketball.
We gonna come. We gonna come.
So again, shout out to everybody on the Sports Wave Network. Then like Conn man said, let's do the damn thing. So yeah, we gonna start the damn thing with I say again, the Eagles and 49ers both stay undefeated. Of course, the 49ers dominant. They were dominant last night, beating the Cowboys 42-10. My goodness. Cowboys, them same Cowboys again. The Eagles will keep their undefeated streak alive against a very tough Rams team. Who's the best undefeated team, comment out of these two? The 49ers or the Philadelphia Eagles?
You know, it's gotta be the 49ers. I mean, they have depth at every position, and to me, they just have a more rounded team. I would definitely have to go with the 49ers. It seems like they haven't really had a hard time so far. Whereas the Eagles, they kind of got to struggle to win. When they played the Patriots, really didn't look that good, but they won. So they're winning. That's what counts. But as far as domination, you got to go with the 49ers.
I mean, yeah, I understand you got to go with them because, they're dominant and you can't take that away from them. You can't take that right away from them. But I wouldn't lie, say they meet this year though, and we would definitely see, who's the better team.
Ooh, that's going to be
They do meet again this year. We know what happened the last time they met. The Eagles dominated. If you want to say Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy was gone. The game probably would have been different if Brock Purdy stayed in the game. It may would have. Never know. But you know what? I'm to no further notice. I'm gonna give the edge to the Eagles to the further notice because on the football field, like when they're playing on the football field, you've seen the Eagles actually dominate them. They play this year, and we will see that. But like I say, I'm not mad at you if you go with the 49ers. I mean, they're beating teams in a phenomenal fashion, and you have to look at that. You have to actually look at that situation, the way they're beating these teams and how they're doing it. Where the Eagles, they just, doing enough to get by. They're just executing just enough to get by. But you can't overlook, like you said, you can't overlook them winning. They're finding a way to win. That's the thing about
it. And Coach, it's still early in the season.
Yeah.
Philly's going to get better. The Eagles are going to get better. So you may be right. They're going to get better. So, we'll see.
Yeah. But I like what you said. Like they're finding a way to win. I know they're struggling to win these games, but they're finding a way. They're finding a way to win. Where 49ers, they're not struggling to win these games. They're dominating these games and winning these games. And they're scoring at a high rate on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Dallas, my God, last night. It was crazy last night. The way they beat the crap out of Dallas and everything. But other than that, man, Dallas fans are sick right now at that loss right now. Go ahead, Conn.
No, what I'm saying, like down here, we got a lot of Cowboy fans. We have a lot of Cowboy fans. It's off the hook. Oh my God. Woo. Hey, my boy threw another 3 interceptions. On Stephen A. show today, I can't wait to what he's doing.
Oh
He's
yeah,
gonna have a cowboy hat on. He's gonna be talking smack. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know. It seems like what will go wrong, what can go wrong, will go wrong with the Cowboys. They just seem to always do something like this.
It always seemed. It
does. It's crazy.
It's crazy how it continues to happen. So we go from undefeated squads to a squad that's having a little bit of problem. I mean, if you're in a Boston area, and if you're a Patriot fan, you would not like it. You would not like this. And we know our boy Bobby went to the game yesterday and had to watch New England get beat 34-0. And for a Bill Belichick team like that, I don't know the last time they got beat like that, got beat that bad. But I know Bobby was at that game and he had to sit right there at that game and he had to watch that and he had to watch Matt Jones not play well at all, which is he hasn't played well in 2 weeks. He hasn't played well in 2 weeks at all. He had 2 interceptions last week. He had another 2. He had another 2 this weekend. And he was benched. Bailey Zappi comes in the game, didn't do too much, but the game was very dominated by the New Orleans Saints in a 34-0 beatdown. Pretty much ass whooping, pretty much game. Your thoughts? Is this Bill Belichick last year? Do you think it should be Bill Belichick last year as a Patriot head coach?
Okay, those were 2 questions, Coach. Should he or will he? Will he? No. I think he's going to be there as long as he feels he needs to be there. He might go to Kraft and say, look, maybe it's time for me to go when he decides. So should he go? He needs to get the damn hell out of there. But that's should he go. But will he go? Nope. Because first of all, he wants to get that record in New England, number 1. Number 2, he don't want to go out like that. So those are 2 reasons why I think he'll stay, and he's going to try to get things right. But the decisions he made, hiring 2 defensive coordinators to run the offense, that was a mess. As far as Mac, if you notice, he's had 3 different offensive coordinators.
Yep.
How you expect him to really feel comfortable in that system when it's in chaos? Yep. So I think that I know he's going to get a lot of heat, but just check this out. He got 3 different offensive coordinators, 3 different offensive systems. It's hard to deal with. That's all. I mean, but that's terrible. 34-0 at home. 34-0. What a damn shame. What a damn mess. And out here, because I'm right here in New Bedford, 20 minutes away from Foxborough.
Yep.
I'm hearing stuff already. From there, I can hear them right now yelling at it. So, it's going to be a long day.
You got to be hearing a lot. You already down there by? I know you got to be hearing some rumbling. You got to be hearing some crazy rumbling about that. But other than that, man, like, hey, man, that's crazy. And I've been saying the same thing you've been saying as well. Like Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick, those coaches, if they want out on their own, they should be able to act out on their own. Those are the type of coaches that need to go out on their own. Exactly. Like they decide to say, hey, I want to resign from the organization, don't want to do it no more, then you give them that opportunity. You let them go at their own feet and you find someone else. But right now, it's making it seem like Bill Belichick, time is almost up. And the quarterback situation, neither quarterback is actually good. Has played well. Most of their players are hurt. Christian Gonzalez, their stud rookie, is out for the season. That's kind of hurt their defensive line. They don't got the best of wide receivers out there either. So their offense just looks overall bad. Bad as a team. So other than that, we go into one bad situation to an individual person. So we got the last two topics, two topics we got bad. We got bad. We got really bad. So Lamar Jackson yesterday lost to the Steelers. Steelers, That's a tricky team. They get beat 30-6 by my Houston Texans. You like, what the hell is going on? So they come back. They down 14-0 in this game. They down 7-0 quickly in this game, and they win the game. They win the game. So you like, what the hell type of Steelers team is this? Lamar Jackson had 1 interception yesterday for the Ravens. They only scored 10 points. Is it Lamar Jackson's fault yesterday why the Ravens lost this game? Comment.
I'm gonna have to say yes. I mean, when you pay someone that kind of money, he's expected to perform and make those individual plays. And unfortunately, he did not. But it's kind of on him, but then it's kind of on the defense. The Steelers, who this year have been unable to score, they get 14 points in the fourth quarter. So I can't put it all on him because the defense had to step up as well. But to answer your question, I mean, he makes all that money. When you get paid that much, more is expected of you. So a lot of it's going to come his way. So I would say yes, he definitely played a role in them losing.
Got you. Like I said, like you said, you got higher standards when you get paid.
Yes.
When you get paid, you got higher standards. You expected a big jump. You expected to make your team better, make you guys better. 10 points on the offensive side not going to get the job done. It's not going to help you out a lot. The defense, like you mentioned, both sides. Defense ain't help them out a lot either. 14 points in the fourth quarter versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, who can't even score the football. Really actually score the football. And the Ravens defense, this is a defense that's supposed to be good. This is a Ravens defense.
Correct.
That's supposed to be really, really good. And you give them 14 points in the fourth quarter, in the fourth quarter against the Steelers. But at the same time, your offense ain't picking you up. Your offense ain't picking you up. So that could play in the offense, being on the defense been on the field too long because the offense can't put points on the board, cannot keep the scoring up. So you got to take that back, to Lamar Jackson. He got all that money. He whined, cried about all this money. He wanted to go somewhere else. He put in a trade request. All that was to get the Ravens to bite and give him his money. He got his money. Now you got to perform like you're a superstar. You got to go out. Go ahead. Comment.
No, good. No, I was just going to say, and they put weapons around him.
Yep.
Because, he requested that. So, yep. I mean, when you do that, you're going to get heat. I mean, they did what they can. They put weapons around them. They paid him all their money. And, I mean, obviously still a phenomenal player, former MVP. And hopefully he performs better as the season goes along. But come on, man. That's all you can get is 10 points. That's a problem.
That's crazy. And you got, like I said, you got weapons with what you can't pay for, and you still getting 10 points. You're still scoring 10 points. That's unacceptable. You can't. That's unacceptable. And you still got good running backs as well. Without J.K. Dobbins, you're still good at the running game, and that's supposed to be the strongest part of the Ravens' offensive side of the ball.
Yep.
That's with the running game. So, other than that, we go to who could turn their season around. What team do you think has a chance to turn things around this season, Conn, man?
I'm gonna say something. Detroit Lions. I am so impressed with the way they come back. And, when you watch teams and, they have that camaraderie and you see how tight they are. If you watch after the game in the locker room, I mean, they all truly care about each other and they really care about winning. Matter of fact, they gave the game ball to someone and he started crying.
Yeah.
So when they all come together, that means something. At the end of the day, coach, that means a lot. Because you know something? They'll go to battle for you. Your teammates going to come to battle for you, and you're going to go to battle for them. And I just think they got a great coach. He inspires people, and I'm going to roll with the Detroit Lions. Watch out for them.
Got you. Yep. For me, I'm going to take the Chargers. They're 2-2 right now. That I think it was important for them to be 2-2. I think they had the bye week this week. So I'm expecting them with that high-powered offense to turn their season around. I think if they can get the Chiefs one time, find a way to get them one time in the regular season. I don't think they would get them in the playoffs. They get them in the regular season one time. I think they can beat the Broncos. They can beat the Raiders.
Yeah.
They can beat the Raiders. Anybody can beat the Raiders at this point. At this moment right now, anybody can beat them at this point. But yeah, I think they can turn their season around. And so I'm gonna throw a topic in here for you, and I want you to decide. I don't know if it's a tough one decision. It may not be tough for you.
And Mike, from you, I bet it is. Go ahead.
It may not be tough for you. But out of these teams, which one of these teams may be the worst team in the NFL by looking at them? So you have, I'm gonna name these teams. You got 1-3 Raiders, 1-4 Broncos, 1-4 Giants, 1-4 Minnesota, 1-4 Bears, 0-5 Panthers, 1-4 Arizona Cardinals. I know there's a lot of ones in this, man. 1-4 New England, 1-4 New England. Which of those teams are the worst team in the NFL in your eyes?
So I'm gonna give you my answer, and I'm gonna tell you based on what was the expectations. I mean, the Giants are terrible. They're all terrible.
Yeah,
but I think Key's son's football team could beat them. But what I'm saying is, I got to go with the Patriots. They had high expectations, and they got the man back, the offensive coordinator. There was high expectations, and look what happened to them. It's just atrocious, man. So I believe that because of what the expectations were, they are the worst team in the NFL.
Gotcha. I like you know what? You kind of like me. I like the way, because a lot of people would say the Panthers because they 0-5. But if you actually look at them straight, they actually got a good defense. They actually can play good on defense. The problem is Bryce Young hasn't lived up to that number one pick. Right. Bryce Young hasn't lived up to the number. They actually got a solid, okay football team. They offense just not as good as I expect them to be. But I like the way you thought of that. The Patriots, I would go with one of these 1-4 squads. And I'm going to go on a higher expectation that I expected this team to be actual better than what they supposed to be. The Denver Broncos, how you still want to Sean Payton? With Sean Payton, what's so bad? All that mess Sean Payton talked in the offseason about Nathaniel Hackett. And guess what? Nathaniel Hackett beat him yesterday. Nathaniel Hackett beat you yesterday in Denver. How is that? Sean Payton. He beat you yesterday in Denver. You talked all that mess about him when he was in Denver. Yes, it was Nathaniel Hackett's. Half of that was Nathaniel Hackett's fault in the Denver Broncos. But it's okay. If you're not meant to be a head coach, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with if you just a good offensive coordinator. It's nothing wrong with that. But how you talk a mess about one specific coach and you're 1-4. You're 1-4. You're not off to a good start yourself. This is a coach that won a Super Bowl. This is a coach that's supposed to be an off and now. Granted, Russell Wilson is playing good football. Russell Wilson's still playing good football. And the fact is, Russell Wilson's not even the problem why they're losing. This defense is supposed to be, that was good last year, it's not good this year. So, again, just like you, Conn, man, that you expected the Patriots to do well, I expected the Denver Broncos not to make the playoffs, but I expect them to be better than what they're supposed to be. And
Coach, good. I just want to say, that's why I love this show, because, people like guys who do shows, they have their own opinion, and you're not going to change it. What you just said changed my opinion. You're right. All right. That's why, damn, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
Yeah. I like the Patriots too. I like that Patriots too, because I thought the Patriots was gonna be actually win. I thought they were gonna win 7 games this year. I actually thought they could win 8 or 7 games this year. They have, because of Bill Belchick. I trusted Bill Belchick a lot because he gets the best out of players. He gets the best out of any team, no matter how bad they is. But for Sean Payton to talk all that noise this offseason, and you get beat by the coach that you talk noise about, then you're supposed to be an offensive guru. supposed to be an offensive guru, and you're still 1-4. You're not even right now better than Nathaniel Hackett's record right now than it was last year, and you're probably even more worse because of the defense not performing. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem right there. That's a huge problem right there.
And you don't go and talk about other coaches like that.
Yeah,
because that's an unwritten rule. Everybody knows that. They got their coaches. You don't do that. You don't come talk about another coach and then look what happens. And you're getting $10 million a year. You know what I mean? Karma. It's karma. I'm letting you know.
Yep. Got you. That's why I like that segment right there. You said they spent too much. They spent millions on that defense too. They did, and they're supposed to be better than what they actually supposed to be. They're supposed to be actually good, and they're not really good. So should Minnesota, trade trade Kirk Cousins?
With their record, I was 1-4. Unless they can get return on their investment, I think they're going to keep him. Unless they can make it work. I mean, obviously, they were talking about him going to the Jets or whatever. If they can get return on their investment, then I would make that move. But I don't think they're going to be able to. So I think he's going to end up staying there this year. But if it continues the way they're going, bye-bye. He's out.
Yep. And like I say, what pains me to say this, know a lot of people do not like Kirk Cousins, which pains me to say this. And what's so bad about it? He's not even the problem of the team.
Yeah. Sure.
When you look at him play, when you look at that team, he's not even the problem of that squad. The problem is the defense. The defense of that squad is really flat out terrible. It's flat out bad. That secondary is flat out garbage. Awful. It's god awful. And he's performing at a high rate. He's not throwing interceptions. He's not he's completing a high percentage of his passes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the defense just can't stop anybody. They just can't stop anybody. That just is what it is. But do you think they could? I know you. I agree with you. I think they will keep. I think they will keep him. I think he's a free agent next year. He's a free agent this offseason. So I don't think he will stay. To be honest, I think he will move on to another squad, and find something else. Right now, Kirk Cousins' stats is 13 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He has a quarter passer rating of 101.7, which is pretty good. Yeah. So is it a chance if the Vikings keep losing at the rate they lose? Is it a chance at the trade deadline that you can see them unloading them?
Again, there's always a possibility. It's not so much on them. It's the team are going to show an interest in them. Now, if they're going to do something at the trade deadline, coach, it's got to be a team that has playoff implications. So, if depending upon who it is, then there's always that possibility. If he can be the missing link to whatever team that's in our playoff contention, which is too early to tell, yes, that could happen.
Got you on that one. Got you. So we got Travis Kelce. We all know the Chiefs were missing Travis Kelce the first 2 weeks. They lost game 1 against the Detroit Lions. They won game 2 in Jacksonville. Week 3, they get Travis Kelce back, and the Chiefs are on the road. Ever since then, how important Travis Kelce means to this Kansas City Chiefs, Conn?
To me, that's an easy question.
Yep.
I mean, he is the man. Nobody, see, when he wasn't there, the games, they really had no go-to person. When he's there, they got that. Obviously, he can do things that no other tight end can do. And you got 10 receptions yesterday. He is phenomenal. And you know something? Here's another thing. Him and Mahomes got that bond. They know what, they click like that. Boom. Yep. So they know what's going to happen before it happens. So I think he also places a lot of comfort in Mahomes because he know, okay, if something ain't working right, you know who I can go to. He can be counted on, and he's legit. He's already, had a great career. And how important is he? Let's put it this way. If he's not there, they will not win a Super Bowl. If he's there, they got at least chance, at least making it to one of the playoff rounds, maybe even go to a Super Bowl. But his effect is monumental. Facts.
Yep. Yep. I think he means a lot to him. Patrick Mahomes, and I got to give him credit. He did a very good job. He did a very good job of winning that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I thought that was pretty big for them in the squad as well. But other than that, Travis Kelce does mean a lot because if he does get double teamed, other players steps up, and that's what make the Chiefs more dangerous. With a quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes who's dangerous as hell. So again, definitely got to agree with you on that one. So you got the Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, and you got Peyton. Is it going to work in Denver with Russell Wilson and Peyton? Now, granted, we just went over this segment earlier that Russell Wilson was playing good football, and they were still losing. Last year, they were playing bad football, and he was playing bad, and they were losing. This year, he's playing good, and they're still losing. So, Conn, man, what could be the problem right here in Denver?
You want me to tell you?
Yes, sir.
Wilson is not Peyton's man. You see what he came in? He made all them change, talked all that shit about him. That's not his guy. So and he ain't going anywhere. So if all of it to be able to work, he got to be more responsible. Wilson got to be more responsible. And I think they're going to clash heads. But guess who's going to go? It'll be Wilson before Payne. Yep. So I think, can it work? Like you said, he's not playing bad. He's not. So he's not the total answer. So I think you got to give it a chance. See how they end up going for the rest of the duration of the season. But at the end of the day, he is not Peyton's guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He came in and Wilson was already there, and he had his own office. He had his own pocket space. He had his own. He had the whole damn thing. And then as soon as my boy comes in, you got none of that, which is I agree with. So, but that causes a little bit of a problem. So I think it's going to be a tough call. I think you got Wilson, who's always had his way, and then Payton comes in and says, "You ain't getting shit." And then what happens is now they got a problem. So, like I said, let's wait and see what happens during the regular season. But if anyone's going to go, it's going to be Wilson. Facts.
Gotcha on that one. So, here we go again, right here. I got you on that one. Definitely. Russell Wilson still playing good football, but the problem is it's still not resulting to winning when he's playing good football. So you got the Chicago Bears, who we talked about, like one of the worst teams in the NFL. You have Chicago currently has the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick for next year. Do you use them to trade again, or no? They need pieces. What do you use the number 1s and 2? Do you use them for trade capital, or do you use them to draft the players that's coming out in this draft?
That's a great question, and I'm gonna tell you something. As you know, Fields is my cousin for real, and I didn't even want to talk about him anywhere around here. But anyway, but the way he played the last game, I think he's got potential. So those 2 picks, I would use them for trade capital to see what they need to help him out. He showed me that he got some. I was very worried about his frame of mind because it seemed like he was depressed. It seemed like he didn't get into the system. But it seems like they said, just go ahead and play. Free your mind. Go do the damn thing. And it looks like he is. So I'll tell you what, if he wasn't playing with the way I think he's going to play, they would definitely use those 2 picks, and he got to go bye-bye. But I think right now, the way he's playing and performing right now, I think you got to give him another chance and use those picks to get trade capital. Because you know something? When you got trade capital, it's in your hands. You can do so many things with that trade capital. So I would take 1 or 2 of both picks and get trade capital for whatever you can get to benefit him and help him around to do the damn thing.
Got you. Like you could trade the picks, but again, see, It depends. Because you got Caleb. I don't know. You got Caleb Williams coming up in the draft. You do got him. So what you do? He expected to be the number 1 pick. What do you do? What do you do with that? You got Marvin Harrison Jr. as a top rated wide receiver in college. You possibly need another weapon. What do? Bears got some decision to make. And it's possible, like Conn, you can't trade the pick. You can't trade the pick. You can't trade the pick. So hey, that may not be a good 2 choice. That may be a good idea for what you're saying right there. Depends on how the Bears finish this coming season. Do you think they finish in the top 5 though? Do you think they finish in the matter of fact, they already got them. They already got the picks. They already got the picks from Houston Texans. So we're gonna have those picks to control the draft anyway. So may not be too bad of an idea. So other than that, let's see what we got. So we got right now we got Anthony Richardson, who got hurt again yesterday. He was out with a concussion. Pretty much. Last weekend, he has an AC sprain. He may be out for some time. Gardner Minshew will be the starting quarterback for that time. Can the Colts still win games with Gardner Minshew as the starting quarterback?
Okay, first of all, let me say that Richardson, to me, is one of the most gifted quarterbacks I've seen in a long time. And if you know, he's had hardly any football experience at a quarterback. So he's going to be phenomenal. Sad that he got injured like that. It's a very sad thing. But I'm telling you, he's going to be one of the best. I'm telling you, he got unbelievable skills, and he's still a baby. He's still going to learn how to be an NFL quarterback. Once he does, it's a wrap. Now, Minshew, I think he has the experience, and I think they're gonna build around him. They're gonna help him out, and I think they can definitely win some games. They're just gonna have to get some momentum to continue. But is he Richardson? No way. But he's more of a game manager. So I think as long as he manages the game, doesn't do like my other cousin Dak, then he'll be fine. If he's just manages the game and played, I think they can definitely win some games. Definitely.
Got you. I think they can. They definitely can. The AFC South, like I say, I can say it's getting more competitive, but it's still not as good. Keep giving it to JT. Keep giving the ball to JT. And you will be good. You got capable enough wide receivers out there. So other than that, you should be fine. So we get to our favorite segment, which is the basketball segment.
Now I'm ready. Now I'm already pumped up.
You got Conn pumped up now. So, seeing with we had a game last night between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, preseason game, and it was a good preseason game too.
Yep.
The Boston Celtics won at 114 to 106. Won at 114 to 106. Mm-hmm. But you saw Kristaps Porzingis, who scored 17 points in the game. Mm-hmm. 5 of 7 shooting, 1 block, 5 rebounds. Mm-hmm. You did see also Drew Holiday get minutes, 2 for 10, 6 points, 5 rebounds in other areas. Is Boston the front runners to get back to the finals, or do you have Milwaukee or the 76ers or Miami somehow in front of them? But who do you got the front runners basically? Can Boston get to the finals?
Absolutely. I think they got the way they built the team, and then again, okay, they lost Marcus Smart. Bad. They lost Grant. Cool. But with Holiday, first of all, people don't realize how tall he really is. He's about 6'4", 6'5". People don't even know that. He can play the 1, 2, maybe even the 3. He can still hit the perimeter shot. Don't get me going. He can hit the perimeter shot. He plays fantastic defense. And, he can extend the offense. He's good on transition. He's good as a rebounder. And he's a team player. And he's going to make that team even more efficient because he doesn't turn the ball. He don't make so many turnovers. He's really good when he handles the ball, and I think he's going to be so much effective. And then we got the twin Brown and Tatum. You know, Brown got paid.
Yep.
So the most money ever for NBA. So a lot of expectations are on him. Tatum's going to get paid next year. A lot of expectations on him. And the additions that they've made, to me, is going to be beneficial. They almost get there. I think they're going to be able to get over the hump. And I'm going to say one thing. I'm sad that Marcus Smart was gone. But if you notice, Marcus Smart, first of all, he took a lot of bad shots, percentage-wise, and he wasn't that good as far as the perimeter shooter. And I saw a lot of deficiencies in his game. I know I'm going to get heat from the, but he was a great leader, a great captain, and some had big heart, and he's one of them dudes. You always want a dog, and he was that dog. So they got to find someone who's going to be that dog. I got to find out who that is. But I mean, I just think that with him around, he's just a better perimeter shooter. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to perform better. I'm sorry that they lost Williams, but he really wasn't much offensively. Although he was a rim protector and my man could do some damn things. But I think overall, they got the possibility of winning the whole damn thing. And if they don't at least get there, they're going to be hell to pay. I'm letting you know, right? There's going to be hell to pay. Enough is enough.
Yep.
We got you what you want. We paid you all this money. We did this. We're going to pay you next year, Tatum. Get up, do the damn thing, and you got to go because they're watching. Everybody's going to be watching because all that money. You better be worth it. You better go at least to the finals. If they don't, and then Milwaukee's going to be tough. Philadelphia, I'm sorry, Key. I don't know we don't know what they're going to do with Harden. So they possibly could have the talent. I don't know, but I think right now Boston has the best opportunity. I know I rambled on. I apologize. I'll go with Boston having the opportunity.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I can say this. It will be out of Boston and Milwaukee. It will be out of Boston and Milwaukee. I can actually say that. It has to be up out of them too. The way, the East is constructed, the team is constructed, their team has to be up out of them too. You can be honest. The 76ers are who they are. They just who they are. What if they keep James Harden? What if they keep him or not? They are who they are. Well, they are who they just are. That's the problem. The Heat, still have the same team. Look like they're still going to have the same team, but they're going to have to trust in young players, more young players this year. With Jovic and Jaime Jaquez, they're going to have to trust those guys a little bit. And plus, Will Matt Strus and Gabe Vincent losing them guys. Well, that hurt them a lot this year. That may turn out for it to be the Knicks not ready yet. Depends on who they play. Depending on who they play in the first round, Cleveland Cavaliers still going to be a playoff team, but they're not going to be a threat to neither team, neither of those top two teams. So the clear top two is you have Milwaukee and Boston. That's the clear top two. Miami can shock you. Miami is a team. Miami is going to be one of those teams. It's kind of like, how if you're Kentucky, North Carolina, in the NCAA tournament, and they will struggle throughout the regular season in college basketball. But do you want to play those type of teams if they make it to the tournament? You don't want to play those type of teams when they make it to a tournament. You don't want to play a John Calipari Kentucky team if they in the tournament. You don't want to play them. I think that's what Miami is. If they make it to the playoffs, that's the type of team with Coach Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler. They make it. You don't want to play them. You don't want to see them because they're going to be tough. They're going to be tough to beat. They're going to play hard every single night. But the clear cut is clearly, it has to be Boston or Milwaukee. Milwaukee gambled to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. They had to make a move to keep Milwaukee. And they felt that Giannis could leave next year. They didn't make that move. That's why they acquired Dame. So, again, if Milwaukee, the question, Conn, Milwaukee must win the title this year, right?
Absolutely. No question about it. They got the man, and expectations again. They're always saying they already got them favored to win everything. They got all this expectations. There should be no excuses. That's the reason why they allegedly got rid of Holiday, and because he didn't perform as well as expected in the playoffs. Now they got Dame time, right? So now he's gonna have to have Dame time in the playoffs because that's what they got him for. So if he's gonna come through, but if he don't live up to expectations, and you gotta remember, he averages 32 points again, and Giannis 30 points again. Now one of them got to sacrifice their game. One of them has to. One of them, and they got a new coach as well. They got my man Adrian Griffin. Like I said, he played. I know about him from when he played with Dallas. He played with the Celtics. His son plays for the Atlanta Hawks. I know him very well. How is him become a head coach for the first time? How's that going to work? How is Giannis and Dollar going to get along with him? Because you got to now remember, he's a new coach, new environment. They're not going to click like that. Not maybe towards the end of the year, but they got to get together and form a cohesion. Will they be able to do it? I think so. But as long as they understand, but someone's going to have to sacrifice a little bit. And I don't think it's going to be Giannis.
Yeah, but like if you look at Milwaukee, I mean, Chris Middleton is a borderline all-star. It's a borderline all-star player when he's on the court. When he's actually playing basketball, he's a 20-point per game scorer. He's an all-star. Lopez, who's a three-point shooter and competed for the defensive player of the year, and also get you 17 points. If you're in Milwaukee, ain't no way in the world you could lose. You can't make it to the finals. No way in the world. The only team that can beat you is Boston. That can beat you is Boston. Ain't no way in the world you cannot make it there. So this is a question, comment for you. If Milwaukee doesn't make it to the finals, or say if they get there, they lose, do you think Giannis is gone next year, even though getting Damian Lillard? Do you think he's gone, or do you think he somehow runs it back again?
Okay. I don't know if people realize Dame is not getting any younger. And he's going to be making over $50 million for the next 3 years. People don't realize that, which means the salary cap is affected. A lot is affected, but they felt it was so important for him because they think he can make the difference. So if he doesn't live up to expectations, will Giannis go? Here's what he's eligible for a 3-year, $170-something million extension, which is the most he can make in any other team. And at the end of the day, Coach, we can say what you want, but after the day, everybody wants to get paid, and that's where he can make the most money. He wants to win. Everybody wants to win, and he's already got a title, and he's so happy. He was talking to Dame, if you remember, in the All-Star game, and they were trying to get him. So he already had in his mind he wanted him. So why would he leave? He got his boy. Why would he leave? He will stay and get paid.
Yep. Yep. You ain't lying about that part. You ain't lying about that part. Right there. So other than that, we have Klay Thompson is getting moved to the 4 position. So otherwise, I would think you have a lineup of Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. I would think that's the assumed lineup. Since he's playing the 4, Kevon Looney, I guess you're moving him to the bench. You're moving him to the bench. So will that lineup work? Do you like that lineup? Because you got shooting all over the place. Well, Draymond Green still, he will take the shot. He doesn't make it at a high rate, but they're going ultra small. And I figure the only way that lineup is working, if you're going to make shots all night, that lineup will work. That lineup will work. It will work if you will make shots all night. If you don't, and you struggle to shoot, That's where you can see teams that are bigger than you dominate you inside. But the problem come in, you're going to be too small. You're not going to be able to rebound if you're not making those shots, and that's going to wear off on you throughout the whole basketball game. So your shot selection got to be good every single time down the floor. You know the Warriors going to ball move the ball because that's Steve Kerr game plan is. Motion offense, everybody moves the ball, setting screens. They do a very good job with that. But you got the key. You got to make the shots. You got to make the shots. If you're not hot, you play those bigger teams like the Lakers, they will dominate. They will dominate throughout a stretch of the game. Those shots are not going to fall. What do you think about this move to Klay Thompson going to the 4?
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I think, figure this. Looney's been like a mainstay for so many damn years. And, they got the same system. And who better epitomizes what they do for their system as far as having Draymond being like the point guard, which is going to be a problem, by the way, now because they got who. I don't know how that's going to work. So, to me, you're getting rid of a defensive player who doesn't need the ball. He's a rim protector, and we know how good he can perform. He's consistent. First of all, he don't get hurt. He's going to be there. He's always going to be there. So you look at that, I'd be like, maybe they could do it minutes at a time, depending upon what the other team has. Now, if the other team is big, they're going to take advantage of that. So I would go depending upon the matchups, who they're playing against, and how that affects. But just to go and say that's going to be that's not going to be a good move. Nope. Because team study other teams. They're going to know deficiencies, contingencies. They're going to know what they're looking up against. So to me, you keep Looney at the 5 and you put Klay at the 3. That's what you do. And then slowly but surely, if you want to do that, you want to put them in, but not for the duration of a game. You got to. I think that's a bad. And then again, Klay was known to be a great defensive ball player, but I don't think he's a great rebounder. And with that team, you're not going to be able to rebound as much as you would if you had Looney. And being so small, another thing is what we didn't mention was now if they can get the rebound, then they can fly on transition. And then they're going to be a team that's going to be terrible because once you got penetration, then look, you can kick it to the wings, you can kick it to the corner. They could be a very dangerous team, like you said. But again, like you said, they got to hit their shots. But you know something? In order to hit your shots, coach, you got to get the ball. You got to rebound. And with that team, they're not going to be able to rebound as well as if they had Looney. So I say bad move. Bad move.
Facts. I think I don't like the move. Not a fan of the move. What's good, my boy Chris? What's good, man? How you doing today? The college guy, aka Chris. Also a good basketball man as well. But yeah, man. The only way that's working, you got to make shots. If you can't make shots, it's not going to work. It's not going to work that much. Seen the Rockets tried to do it. It didn't work. It worked sometimes when they were on fire. That's the only time it worked. When they were on fire, if you're making more if you're making threes and the other team is taking 2s, you're going to live with it. But hey, if you're missing them, hey, guess what? It can backfire on them fast in a hurry if you're missing them. So other than that, we'll see how this move is going to do. Steve Kerr is trying something new. Yes, Chris Paul is going to be in the starting lineup. I'm assuming that's why he's going with Klay Thompson at the 4 because Paul's in the lineup. He's going to be the starter. He's going to be the starter. So we go to another guy, which is James Harden. Showed up to training camp, and he's still expected to be traded. Just because he showed up to training camp doesn't mean he's happy being in Boston. Doesn't mean he's happy being in Philadelphia. Think he just probably showed up to training camp because he doesn't want to lose money. That's probably why he just showed up to training camp. Otherwise, if he didn't lose money, I don't think he will be in training camp at this point. But will James Harden finally get traded? Will he get traded? Will he be a Sixer on opening night, Conn, man? Or do you think he still will be a Sixer on opening night?
Thinking about this, coach. He went on national TV and called the owner a damn liar, and I will not play for this organization. And he called him a damn liar on national TV.
To the media. Yep.
To the media, that's right. You're right. But everybody got a chance to see
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So there's bad blood. He has those feelings in his mind already. And you're right. Not only does he want to get paid, if he doesn't show up, there's a certain date, I can't remember exactly. He will not become a free agent. They got that in the car. He will not become a free agent. So guess what? His ass gotta go.
Yep.
He won't get paid. He gotta go. But the thing is, will he play to his expectations, or will he do what Houston, where hey, I might get you 10, 15 points. I'll go there. I'll make it look good, but I'm not happy here. I want to go there. So the Clippers, that's where I guess they want him. If they really want him, I don't know why, but if they really want him, then I guess they can make that move. But you know damn well Maury has it in his. You're gonna talk stuff about me? You're in my pocket. So Maury's gonna have. He's not gonna send Harden to a team that has an opportunity to win the NBA championship. He'll send him to somewhere else. Yep. I know how owners are. They're gonna do. You want to do me like that? You think he's gonna go and help James Harden go to another team? No, that's potentially a playoff contender, potentially a championship contender. You think he's gonna do that?
No. Nope.
And you think James Harden's gonna want to lose that money? Hell no. He got beat because he was expected. He gave up money on the expectation that he would get a full max contract. And guess what? It didn't come. So he's pissed. And Maury's like, well, you really didn't do anything in the playoffs, so where should we pay you? It's my money. I do what I want. And you didn't live up to look how you performed in the playoffs. Why do they always say you never perform well in the playoffs? And so to answer your question, I think he's going to stay. I think he's going to stay. Maybe not open, but I tell you what, by the trade deadline, if his performance slacks like it can, he's out of there. He's out. But if he plays that well and can perform to his expectations, I think they'll keep him. And I think when Maxey stepping up to the plate as he is, he's if he steps up the way he can, I think it could kind of offset the things that Harden does. So I definitely think he's going to be around at least to the trade deadline.
Got you. Conn man in the building we got my boy, there go Bobby in the building. Bobby in the building. How you doing today, man?
Well, Bobby.
How you doing today, man? You all right, man? Just want to check on you, man.
Yeah.
You're doing too good over there, man. So this is the point I've been trying to discover. Comment a lot. I think it was something went on behind the scenes between James Harden and Daryl Morey. Do you think James Harden will come out on national TV and call Daryl Morey a liar like how he did? Do you think he would actually do that if Daryl Morey hasn't promised him his money? Like, you think about what James Harden did. This is what James Harden did. Yep. He takes a pay cut. And all you get, really? You take, this is funny. Oh my God. And I'm sorry, Key, I gotta laugh at this. You take a pay cut.
Mm-hmm.
Get $33 million PJ Tucker and Daniel House on the team.
Mm-hmm.
On the team. Yep. $33 million for PJ Tucker that can only shoot in the corner. Well, that's what you took a pay. That's what he took a pay cut for. So he's taking a pay cut, and James Harden normally never takes a pay cut. So you should thank him for taking a pay cut. But at the same time, James Harden, if he wanted, he put this on himself too, because he opted in the contract. If he wanted to leave, he could have just left. And I think James Harden has a fault in this because, again, you should have just left outright. You should have just left. If you know you didn't want to be there, you should have just left. I understand he took a pay cut and want the team to get better, but he got you Daniel House and $33 million PJ Tucker. Godly. But Daryl Morey promised this man his money. I know he did. He had to. Behind the scenes, they got a tight relationship. Said, James Harden, you take a pay cut for me. I promise you next year you will get your money. And James Harden didn't perform well. Now all of a sudden, Daryl Morey said, I don't think it will be a good idea to pay him his money. All right. James Harden gets upset, goes on national TV, calls him a liar, and he would never play for him. So that should tells you James Harden is not coming out and saying that on national TV. So the whole world, the whole media, he's not just saying anything like that. You have to know Daryl Morey promised this man that he was going to give him his money. He expected his money, and he wasn't getting it because I don't think nobody else on the free agency block would have gave him the money. Houston definitely wouldn't have gave him the money because Ime Udoka shot that down quickly and said he didn't want him. He wasn't a fan of James Harden even in Brooklyn. He wasn't a fan of him. So he wasn't coming to Houston. Houston wasn't a thought for Ime Udoka. So Daryl Morey was the only one that could have gave him his money. Now he's up for trade. He wants to be with the Clippers. But Conn, do you think that will happen being a Clipper? That's and the Clippers are trying to get the deal done. They're trying to get the deal done. Do you think he will end up a Clipper? Or do you see another possible team just, sneaking in there and trying to go for James Harden's services?
First of all, like you said, he took a pay cut. So he was promised something that he didn't get. So he don't want to be in Philly. Now, like you said, the Clippers are looking into him and see if they can obtain him. But I don't believe he would be a good fit.
Okay.
Just like Houston Rockets said, nah, he ain't a good fit. He's not. I don't think he's a good fit.
Yep.
I don't think he's a good fit with the Clippers. So to answer your question, what team can he fit in? So, and what team's gonna pay him the money he wants? So he's in a bad situation, and that's why he's so mad because he's not. And there's not teams breaking down the door looking for him. Like you said, he's not getting a max from Philly. You think the Clippers are? You think so? He's not going to get a max, and he can. You know something? Sometimes you play, you pay, you make your own bed. And right now, I think he made his own bed, and he's trying to getting out of the bed, and it ain't working too well. So to answer your question, I don't see him going to the Clippers. He's not a good fit. He's not really a good fit with Philly. He handles the ball 500 times before he takes a shot, which means everybody stands around watching him. There's no movement offensively when he's in the. Don't let me go there. But anyway, so let me keep my mind. I got to chill down. So I don't think that he's a good fit for you because you remember he's ball dependent, very ball dependent, and most teams right now want ball movement, not ball dependent. So that's going to be a issue for him, even if he does come back with Phillies, especially when Maxey's playing out of his mind. So to answer your question, I don't see him going to Clippers. I don't see anyone paying him the max. I don't see he's not going to get it. It's unfortunate. Morey allegedly lied to him. That was wrong. That's BS. He did that to let everybody know. Now, he could have went behind closed doors and talked to him. Man to man. Man up. Man to man. Okay, let's go. This is what. But you know something? He didn't. He might have done that and found out, hey, we're not paying you. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Call press conference and acted up. So there's going to be bad blood. I'm dying to see how that's going to work out. So that's what I think, Coach.
Got you. So here we go. Again, I don't think James Harden comes out and say what he said if Daryl Morey didn't not promises his money. Like me and Keith said, Daryl Morey did promise to do this money, and it just didn't go away. James Harden went. But the problem with this is, again, the Clippers, Russell Westbrook played well in the playoffs. Now all of a sudden you tell me you get James Harden, you got to go on the bench. That's what you said. The man played well in the playoffs and played well to get them in the playoffs. Then all of a sudden you trade James for James Harden. You mean to tell me he got to go back on the bench?
And he played with Harden at Houston. How did that work out?
Yep. Westbrook didn't even like it in Houston with Harden. Other than that, it's a problem between that part. But we down to the last segment right here. So I got a couple of more NBA questions for you. All right, so it's a little question that we would end off with that I like to discuss with you. So all right, so here we go. We got Team Gold. This is a tough segment. This is the toughest segment where I ask a tough question with comment. I already know this segment. I like to do this segment. Something and I'll find something and then I'll just say it like, all right. So Team Gold, you got Chris Paul, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Draymond Green. You got Anthony Davis. Team Black, got Russell Westbrook, Devin Booker, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. Who you taking? 7-game series.
Wow. Can you give me Team Black again, please?
Okay, Team Black. Team Black. Russell Westbrook, Devin Booker, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant.
Looking at, I'm going Team A. I think Team B, although you have a lot of offensive weapons, and of course you could, but see on Team B, Coach, they really don't have a so-called rim protector. They really don't have defensively. I don't think they would be able to match Team A. And we know, although Westbrook played great in the playoffs, I was very happy and proud of him, man, because he took so much abuse and he came back. He got a fit. I'm so happy for him. But you know him, you know that's about 10 turnovers a game. And I'm keeping it real. So Team B, I don't think they have enough defensive weapons and as far as rebound is concerned. And then you got Team A, you got Anthony Davis, LeBron, but it's a wrap. Team A.
Gotcha. All right. So this is 10 small ball teams. Which one you like the best? Small ball. Which one you like the best of these small ball teams right here? So you got the Golden State Warriors, who has a lineup of Chris Paul, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green. You have the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt. You have Anthony Davis, who's 6'10", who's the biggest person on their team. LeBron James, who's 6'8". You got D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. Now, the Milwaukee Bucks, you have Wesley Matthews. You have Malik Beasley. You have Damian Lillard, Giannis, the only big. Brook Lopez coming off the bench. You got Middleton and you got Pat Connaughton. For the Suns, you got Josh Okogie, Bradley Beal. You got Kevin Durant, the only biggest center. Eric Gordon, and you got Devin Booker, the best small ball lineup.
Man, this is why you are the coach. You know what I mean? Y'all get me today, but I appreciate it because I know we had made a look at baseball topics. I really haven't been following that much, so I really wouldn't have much to offer. So I'm glad you looked upon, do what I do best. So I appreciate that. But getting back to that, I like the Lakers. I think they're going to be. And Vanderbilt, he got paid. You can look, and then who's coming into fruition now. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to be very informed. Hey, and AD, if you notice, he's in better shape. They're all coming in better shape. I think AD got something to prove, and LeBron's in LeBron. You know what I mean? And I think the only thing is D'Angelo Russell. I mean, I don't know. Something about him, I don't know. But he's going to have to be more consistent. But if he can, he still can be dangerous. But I just got to see that. You know what I mean? And Reeves, got to watch out for him. He got more confidence, shooting through the roof. And he wasn't even drafted. Look at him now. Unbelievable. Now he's getting top billing. He got billboards all over the place. So, you know what I mean? From coming from hometown city, all right? down old country boy. I can't even name the city he came from. I don't think I can even spell it. But to come from that environment to where he is now is, again, he got that hunger. I think he's going to perform even better. So to answer your question, because I have a tendency to run off,
Okay.
Lakers, definitely the Lakers.
Got you. So the second to last one, you got these are the clutchest players in the NBA, most clutchest players right now in the NBA.
Okay.
LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Luke, Curry. Which one? Who you think is the clutchest player? How you stack them up? 1 through 4. 1 through 4 in order.
Coach, why you do this to me in this early morning?
I love speaking basketball with you, Conn, man. That's why you're a basketball man. You've been around the game a long time, so I got to get your opinions on these because you would know. You know these as well as I do. Got to get your opinion on it, Conn, man. Got to get your opinion. I love your opinions. Love them.
You got. Whoa. All right. Okay. I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm going to go number 1. Steph. And I'm going to tell you why. Everybody loves LeBron, and rightfully so. All-time leading scorer, the man, phenomenal career. I got nothing to say. But you know something? What's one of his main weaknesses? He can't shoot a foul shot, especially when it counts. I'm keeping it real. I would foul him in a minute. Go foul Steph Curry, see what happens. Go foul. Let him go to the foul line. See what happens. So when you get someone like that, you're saying clutch. If you're going down to the end of a game, you want someone you can depend on. LeBron can penetrate. His shot selection is not that good, but Steph, oh Lord have mercy. You know, Isaiah Thomas to me is the best point guard, and we talked about Magic, the best point guard, prototypical point guard ever in my eyes. Magic to me was a point forward, so I know y'all always is going to go cuckoo. But Steph to me is that guy. I would go Steph number 1. And if you're saying right now, I'd go Steph number 1. I would go, again, I'd go KD because KD can get any shot that he wants any time of day. No one can stop him. And he's so effective. And you know something? You don't have to make a play. Just give him the ball. He can do whatever, anytime. Don't have to worry about, he don't need a pick. He don't need just give him the ball. It's a wrap. So I would go him number 2. And as we're going right now, Luka this year, as if you notice, he is in tremendous shape right now. He's got the youth over LeBron. He's ready to go, and he's almost unstoppable. And he can put the ball on the floor. He can distribute. He can rebound. And I think he's more team-oriented this year. And I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. So I would go with him number 3. And I'm sorry, LeBron, I'd go with you number 4 right now. Only because you're 118 years old. You can't really go to the hoop like you used to. You can't do the things that you used to. And teams know that. So guess what? You give them the ball. Sorry, LeBron, they're going to double team you. You know something? If the Lakers are in a foul shooting potential, if they're at the foul line, and if they get into the penalty, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm fouling LeBron before he shoots. I'm fouling him. Go make a damn foul shot. I'm sorry, Coach, you got me pumped. Go make a damn foul shot. Who do you rather trust shooting a foul shot? Steph or LeBron? You know what's going to happen. So you know what's going to. So right now, I guess the Steph definitely going to be my number 1. I got to go with KD, and I'm going Luka right now, and then LeBron's number 4.
Gotcha. All right, this is the last one right here. Yeah, I got to go old school. Got to go with the old one on this one.
Okay. Now you're in my league. Watch out. Watch out.
On this one. 2 of the greatest big men to ever play the game, but they got their attributes right here. What they were good at. You let me know if you after that I get through with this one. Is this one right that they put? So you got the all-time shot blocking leader. If you don't know who that is, so
King.
Yes, right. Sir.
I know.
you know as well. Keem Olajuwon and Tim Duncan. Their disparities are close. When I read you this, all right. So Shaquem Olajuwon, great at scoring. Check. Tim Duncan, he got the X, not great at scoring, not that great. That means Kim Olajuwon is better than him in the scoring when he got the check. Tim Duncan has the X. Shooting goes to Olajuwon. Tim Duncan has the X. Athleticism, Olajuwon. X for Tim Duncan. Defense, both even. Defense, we know how great they were on defense. Ball handling, Kim Olajuwon. Clutch, even. The last two, Tim Duncan, leadership. Kim Olajuwon, X. No leadership. IQ, Tim Duncan. Check. Olajuwon, X. Do you agree with them? Is that segment right about those two players?
For the most part. Akeem was more physically a better player as far as his physical skills. I mean, he could do it. He could hit you on the perimeter, which Duncan was never a really good perimeter shooter. So I definitely go with Olajuwon. Everything there I kind of agree with, except what got me a little bit. They said that Akeem was the leader.
He wasn't a leader. It's basically had X wasn't a leader. Wasn't known as a leader.
Okay. Oh boy. Let me tell you this. Tim Duncan, and now, Coach, I know you know this.
Yep.
Now, here is a leader. Popovich, if you know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Popovich would say he would blast Tim Duncan. So guess what? Everybody else had to fall in line.
Yep.
Isn't that kind of leadership? Yep. He would come and he let them know. And if Duncan could take, and he's an all-world best power forward of all time, if he could take it, guess what? That made Popovich's job a lot easier. But to me, that is leadership. Because he could have told Popovich go to hell. But guess what? He did it like a man, and then because he knew if they can come at me, he can come at all y'all. So and I think that was beneficial to him. He also went at Parker because he knew who he could do that to. You know what I mean? And to me, that leadership part, I go with Duncan. Olajuwon was kind of believed, but look who they had. They had a lot of players that could be leaders. They had a lot more. I think. Do I see that team with the same team? Do they have many leaders? Tim Duncan, but see, Tim did it quietly.
Yeah.
Tim was more fundamental. Tim was fundamental. Yep. That's why they call him Mr. He had all the basic skills. He wasn't a great jumper, but he could do everything inside the paint. And he also wasn't a bad foul shooter as well. So I kind of agree with most of that. But again, the leadership part, I'm sorry. I got to go with Duncan because he sacrificed for the betterment of the team. Now, to me, that is a true leader. When you can sacrifice, a lot of guys who got all this money, what do? They'll make themselves look better. They don't really are there for the team. Duncan, ask anyone on them, they'll tell you he's the reason. He's the one that set everything up because he was the man. And to me, that's a sign of a leader. Now, I'm going to keep it real. It really don't matter. I was a point guard in college. And you know something? Not that I was all that. But what I'm saying about leadership, I was captain 3 years. And you best believe I knew that someone had to step and be a leader. And I was that guy. I was nuts. So, but I loved my team and I would do anything for them. So anyway, getting back to that, boy, you got me all riled up this morning. But getting back to that, tough call. But Duncan, to me, was that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it was times that Popovich would send him home, tell him don't come on a trip. Don't come on a trip. I mean, he had times like when he told Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, y'all don't even have to come on this road trip. Don't even have to come on a road trip. It was times that Greg Popovich was actually like that. Now, Hakeem Olajuwon, definitely agree. Wasn't really an ultimate leader, but again, he did what he had to do.
Absolutely.
I mean, you had good enough guys like Vernon Maxwell on that team. Shit, Rudy Tomjanovich was a leader on his goddamn own. Was a leader on his own too. So where Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have to do it, but Hakeem Olajuwon had to do what he did. For the Rockets to win those 2 titles, he had to be the man. Tim Duncan was the man of the Spurs. But again, if he didn't have to be the man every single night, because you had Ginobili, you had Parker. All you had to do was lead and be Mr. Fundamental. So that was the point. I agree with that. I agree with that. Tim Duncan had mad IQ too. I got to get that man to it, give it to him. He was very, very good, man. And I say, man, the greatest power forward to ever probably play the game. Man, you just got to give it to him, man. So Tim Duncan, I just had to. I put that up there. I thought I saw it was interesting, man. So I had to go back in time just to put that out there. So at the end of the day, man, shout out to everybody that came through. This was a great, awesome show, man.
Yes.
The Morning Sports Report with Coach and Conn. Conn, tell the people they can follow you at, man.
I got a show this afternoon, 1:00, right on this network with my man Chops Turner. And then on Friday, I got another ultimate guest. So, we're doing the damn thing. My show is live today at 1:00. And then on Friday, I got a show at 5:00. Please tune in to Sports Corner with the Conn Man. And we have an outstanding guest this afternoon. And we have another great guest on Friday. And look who we got coming up. I'm going to let you all see about that. But anyway, again, Coach, I love being here with you. You see how you get me all pumped up? Yep. But there's a reason why you're the coach. There's a reason why they call you Mr. Library, because you know every damn thing. So you're going to try to test my knowledge. But I'm going to be there. I got you. But I do enjoy being on the show. I don't get pumped up like this for my own damn show. So I just want to thank you for having me on the show and
yes,
Key and everything. I gotta go take a nap now.
I appreciate it, Conn, man. You're a great guy, man, and you always fun to work with. So as for Coach Dante, as for Conn, man, y'all enjoy the good rest of your day, man. Some more preseason basketball today, and we got the Raiders and Packers tonight too. So as for Coach and Conn, y'all have a good rest of y'all day, man.